Okay, I just wanted to show you guys this. We're downtown today hanging out, and I had some things I had to do downtown, but look at that right there. I think that needs fixed. Here, I'll zoom in on it for you. Okay, right there in the center. I think some people might be having problems getting across there. Just a hunch. So hey guys, I'm going to be showing off this computer. The lighting is going to be kind of bad, just so you know. I don't have studio lights or anything like that, and yeah, I'll just try to work around it in post and stuff, but it's just going to be a quick shot video today. I had to go downtown, I had a couple things to do, as you guys could see from the shots earlier. Okay, so that's pretty much it right there, and that's where it sits. So all my other stuff is the same keyboard, same mouse, same screens. There's the Nixius FreeSync monitor over there. It's a 1080 144 hertz, and that is a Samsung PLS 60 hertz display. I use a G602 wireless mouse for gaming, and now I have this Roswell. Actually, I had before, but the thing that's nice about this is this actually has a PS2 port on it, this computer. So full end key rollover, finally. And as you can see, I've been still going through the manual, trying to figure some things out about the motherboard. Okay, first thing I wanted to show you guys is that, yes, I did have Paul and Kyle sign it because they built the machine. And the official name of this machine, I'm calling it Awesome Hardware. So I did name it after the show. Alright, so this whole computer's got these panels here. And they just kind of pop out like this. And this is to allow better airflow, so there's fans behind here. So as you can see here, there's this nice little panel. And that just flips open like that. And then you got USB 3.0, power switch, reset switch, and hard drive light. And I like this because if it's in sleep mode, a lot of motherboards, the power light will blink. And so if this is hidden underway like that, it's not going to bother you. Okay, so up front here we have the Thermaltake, what's this thing called? Contact Silent 12. Alright, so it's basically, in my mind, a Hyper 212, like their version of it. It's got this nice white fan, which I can see why they selected it. I've been kind of shocked how cool it's been keeping this 8-core. It's not been getting any higher than 70C so far. I have not overclocked yet. Well, actually I have. I've overclocked by pressing this little button up here, just out of a curiosity. There's a little OC button up here that you can't see light up because the light's on. But when that's on, it allows this to go from 34 on all cores up to 36. There's the Corsair memory, 16 gigs. It's 3200, but unfortunately with the latest firmware, the best I can do on this Corsair memory on this Gigabyte board is about 24. So it doesn't clock up very high at all. Hopefully future firmware will fix that. There's the ugly cables. I will be doing something about that in the soon future. I think, honestly, not that the power supply is not nice and I like it, I'll probably be replacing the power supply with something a little bit more modest. However, I am happy to have this here because I'm going to be doing some testing where there's going to be multiple GPUs in here, and probably the next week. That I've been putting off for a while because I wasn't sure my old power supply would be able to handle it. But it'll be interesting. We're going to be doing some stuff with GPU link and the way the video rendering happens. Alright, there's the back of the board. It's got lights all through it that are RGB. And here's the graphics card. I originally was thinking about repainting this to a white and black theme, but that red, even in person, looks so ridiculously good. It's got like a metallic look to it. And one of the things I like about this card, usually this little switch here that will turn it off, that'll just make that like blacked out or something like that. This has like a false mirror effect, and I don't know if you guys can see that very well. Let me focus in on it. But it has this false mirror effect, and when I turn it back on, it kind of like side lights it, but you can still see the false mirror. So what I'm thinking, I was going to try something where there's like a transition with lighting in here, to where when the lighting, I can tell you like in sunlight, even with this on, you don't see the red very much. You see mostly like that mirrored finish. So honestly, I'm going to have a pretty hard time tearing this card apart to paint it or anything. I really, really like the look of it. As you can see, the fans are not running right now because it's got that zero stop to it. So yeah, really, really super nice card. As you can see here, there's a switch on the back over here. So there's the LED switch right here. And then over here, you have another switch for what's called OC and silent mode. I've been running it on OC. And to me, it seems like about every 15 minutes or so, the fans have to kick on for a short while to cool the card back down, where in silent, they just stay put. Okay, as you can see there, they put in a 140mm Venturi fan from Fractal Design. It is an airflow fan, obviously. And I have a few of these actually around in the 120mm variant, and I might get a few more for the front, but actually, like right now, the front fans have not been doing a bad job. They've been staying nice and quiet. The loudest fan in this whole rig right now is this guy, which you can't hear right now, but when it's pushing a load, it gets a little bit buzzy. The other thing I changed, obviously, so they sent a Toshiba 240mm drive. Unfortunately, because some of the modular cables are not here, I wasn't able to figure out a way to rig up the drive cables and the front blue light here. So what I did is I was going to originally use an M.2 that I had on the other machine and give it to my mom to use because she has an old laptop and this is a much better machine for it. It's much quicker and whatnot. So I decided to ultimately put that M.2 in here, which it's an ugly blue because it's a Western Digital, but it's a great drive. It's stupid fast, and it's what I put my OS on. It's thankfully behind the card. It would clash a little bit with the board color, so I didn't bother with that. And then I took my 500 gig Evo, stuck it right there, and then I guess maybe one day we'll stick that drive right back there again so I can have a full terabyte of SSD space. But the next drive I need to get is actually, because this is, I don't intend to take this machine anywhere except maybe PDX would be the farthest I would go. And in that case, I would empty his space out of any drives, but eventually I want to get at least a couple optical drives here to store my videos and stuff on. Alright, one of the things I really like about this computer so far, sorry for the handheld footage, but this back I/O. So first of all, I get my nice little PS2 slot for the keyboard. There's some nice, looks like that's the only USB 2.0 right there. Then the rest of it, HDMI if you have an APU. The rest of it is 3.0 or 3.1. And even has 3.1 Type-C. Alright, so compared to my last machine, to give you guys an idea, on Cinebench would score around 902, and that's with the overclock to 4.6 on a 4790K. This is doing around 1510, and I haven't even overclocked the machine yet. The only thing I've done is I set the memory to 2400, and depending on what's going on, it seems like it settles around 1490 to 1510, so around about in there somewhere. I haven't rendered a video yet, that's why I'm doing this, because I want to play around and see how that handles. And I'm sorry how quickly this was shot. I literally had no time this afternoon to record a video, so, but I figured you guys were curious and wanted to see how the machine's set up, how I'll be using it and whatnot. And I also really, all I've played on it was H1Z1 so far. So I want to play some games tonight, so forgive me. But yeah, I gotta get the software on it tonight, I gotta get stuff set up, I need to get AnkBot and all that stuff set up. And so hopefully we'll have a pretty damn good stream tomorrow. We'll see. So anyways, see you guys later. Bye. And I figured since it's an RGB motherboard, I would throw it in RGB mode for you guys.